about a step-by-step process on how to apply for admission in Austria. Right, so in this video, we're going to be discussing all the necessary steps you need to take to be able to get your application for admission in Austria. Very straightforward, very to the point. We won't talk too much. We'll just go straight to the tutorial, right? So I have divided it into 5 different steps, and it is very, very well detailed. So if your interest is to study in Austria and you want to do it yourself, you don't want to pay any agent, then you should definitely watch this video. And if you found this video very helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this video as well. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the tutorials. Right, university, right? So in Austria, they have two kinds of universities, public and private. You want to focus on the public universities because those are the ones that allow tuition fee, low tuition fee for international students, right? Now, there are two types of public universities. There's a traditional university and there's the applied sciences university. Now, the difference between the two, that's between the traditional university and the applied sciences, is simply that the traditional universities focus on teaching. They are heavy on teaching. That their mode of study is very heavy on teaching. While the FH universities, also known as the applied sciences, are also very practical, very research focused, very career focused basically. So it depends on what you are actually going for. If you want something that is, very high on, professionalism, universities are high on career focus basically, you should be looking at FH universities, that's applied sciences universities. But if you want something that's just more of, teaching and, very little on, professionalism, career and all of that, then you should focus on the traditional universities. Now, both of them are good and both of them offer low tuition fees for international students, right? So that's that about that. Now, focus on the university that you really want, right? So if you're, like I said, if you want very highly career focused professional universities, like I said, go for applied sciences, University of Applied Sciences, right? So there are different types of applied sciences in different regions in Austria. Vienna, Upper Austria, in Stra, in Salzburg, and all of that. So one thing you can do is to go to Google and you can search for them. So this way you understand which of the two universities you are more inclined to want to apply to, right? Again, I will be putting all the links to this video. I'll put them in the description box so you don't have anything to worry about. Now, the second step is authentication. Right, so authentication just simply means you verifying the document with a particular Ministry of Education. Now, if you're in Nigeria, of course, you have to verify your documents with the Ministry of Education. Now, this is an entirely different and bogus process because it has to do with different steps and different processes. So if you want me to do a separate video on how to authenticate and how to verify your document, I can do that as well. Now, this second step just simply means that you have to visit your Ministry of Education in your country. Now, for example, you're in Nigeria, you go to this particular website, education.gov.ng. This is where you submit your document for it to be authenticated, right? So before April 17th, you have to go to Abuja to submit it and do it manually. But now they have digitalized it, and now you can do it online anywhere you are in Nigeria, as long as you submitted or you've completed your degree in Nigeria. You can submit your application or submit your documents online, and it will be verified for you, right? So what you want to do is to come to this place. You would see a letter from the Ministry of Education that just simply summarizes, says that you can now submit your academic document online. Now, The documents you're going to submit are your BSc certificates and your transcript, BSc transcript. Now, this is for people who want to apply for master's degree, right? If you already have a bachelor's degree, you want to apply for master's degree, these are the two documents you submit to the Ministry of Education. However, if you want to submit or you want to apply for a bachelor's degree in Austria, that means you don't have a BSc certificate or a BSc transcript. What you'll be submitting is your YX certificate only to the Ministry of Education. So here you can see that it is stated clearly that your official transcript should be sent from your university to this particular website, to this particular email address, right? So you can't submit an unofficial transcript or student copy. You have to submit an official transcript, right? So make sure that you write your university for them to forward it directly to this email address. But for your BSc certificate, I think you should have the original, so you should make sure that you submit the original, not the student copy too. Now, once you click on this particular link, it takes you to this page. Now, what you want to do here is to make sure that you either sign in or register. Now, if you don't have an account, you have to register, create an account, and start uploading your documents for verification. Now, the verification is usually paid for. I think it's paid 3,000 naira or 4,000 naira. I don't know if they've changed it now per page. So if your transcript has like 6 pages, you will pay 3,000 or 4,000 times 6 pages. That is 24,000 naira. It all depends on what the current rate is now. I'm not sure, so do well to check that out. But if you register, you would see the price of each document, so that you can make inferment of the payment, right? So this website is pretty straightforward. First of all, you come here, register. Once you register, create an account, and then you start uploading your documents. Now, this process takes about 7 days max. Now, once you get your document authenticated, the next stage you want to do is to verify the document with the Austrian embassy. Now, this is the website where you would do that. Now, this website is known as the VFS Global website. And if you're in Nigeria, you come to this particular website. I will put the link in the description box as well. So this is when you are done with authenticating your document with your Ministry of Education in your own country, right? You come here and you book an appointment. Once you click on this page, it takes you to this particular page. Book an appointment. You have to book an appointment before you attend this particular legalization process, because they usually need you to book a date first before you come in for the application. So it's very important. You have to come here, book a date. This process also is a very long process. So in case you want me to have or do another video separately, I can do that, so that I can show you exactly how it works. Basically, the legalization process for the Austrian embassy takes about 3 to 6 months. Just depends on your consular in your country, right? So that's another thing. So now you're done with booking an appointment. The next stage you want to go to is to get ready your supporting document. And your supporting documents are your CV, your statement of purpose, and all of that. Your CV and statement of purpose. Basically, these are the 2 documents that you really need to put together. Now, if you apply for a bachelor's degree, you most likely might not need a CV. Not like you would need it though. Depends on the university requirement, right? Sometimes they might ask you to bring a CV, sometimes they might not. But just to be on the safe side, have your CV. And usually the CV that they usually accept is the European Pass CV, right? So this is the European Pass CV. Now, this is a CV used across the European Union. So it's very, very interesting to know that you have to have a European Pass CV. To create an account, it takes you to this page. So you can come here, put in all the information you want, your date of birth, your work permit, your country you live in, everything. Put all of that, and it will generate the CV for you. Also, if you want me to do a separate video on how to generate your CV with the European Pass, do well to leave a comment for me, and I'll do that as well. right? So the next stage is to prepare your statement of purpose. Now, yes, this is another very important document. This document just um, shows the admission officer that you know what you're doing, like you know um, why you are applying for this particular program, right? And you want to tell them your background, where you're coming from. When I say where you're coming from, I mean like your academic background, basically your professional background, and all of that. Now, the statement of purpose has a structure it follows, and this first structure is you have to introduce yourself. So that means you are going to tell them what motivates you, who you are, and the program that you're actually applying to first. Then the second stage is to talk about your academic background, what course or what program you have studied, the experience, your project, and all the things you have done relating to your academics. Then the next stage is going to be your professional writing. So what are the things you have done, in work in the in the industry, with the experience you have in your academics? What have you done, in the workspace, basically? Then you now also want to tell them why you want to study a particular program you have chosen, right? You want to impress the the admission officer to see that you are actually a, a, a fitting candidate for this particular program. So the statement of purpose is a very important document. It's very, very important. So you need to know how to write it as well. You also want to tell them your career goals, your plans after graduation, and then also you conclude and tell them, you know, thank you for accepting me into this particular program, blah blah blah, and all of that. If you want me to have, if you want me to, do a if you want me to do a detailed video on how to write your statement of purpose, I will do that. So just comment in the description box and I will do that as well. Now the next phase, which is the fourth stage, is the applying to the schools. Now you've already got your document authenticated, legalized. You already have your statement of purpose and your CV. The next stage now is to pick the university that you have chosen. Now it's important to have at least 4 universities, so that in case one or two fail, you have two other backups, right? So you at least 4 universities, apply to them, right? So that you have more options. Now, for example, for purpose of this video, we are going to be using this University of Applied Sciences, Upper Austria. Now, let's say I choose to study artificial intelligence, for example, a bachelor's degree. I come here and I say I want to apply now. So once I click on that, it takes me to this page. Oops, I think I've already done some. I already started working on it anyway. But let's just go back and let me show you. Now, you can see the process. So this shows you all the stages that you are in. You put in your personal data, you put in your degree program, your entry requirements, and your documentation. So all of these are personalized to you, right? So you put in your country, say Nigeria, the type of degree you already have. That's your secondary school leaving certificate, which is your WAEC or A levels or whatever. Put in your name of your school, your school's address. You put in the date you completed your university or your high school. Put in your country. You put in your the type of degree you want to now, the type of degree you already have, right? You see all of the options here, and then you click next. So once you click next, it takes you to this place where you upload all these documents. Now, you upload your WAEC certificate that you have already authenticated. Those ones I talked about with the Ministry of Education and with the Austrian Embassy. You upload that here. You upload your high school certificate, your high school transcript. You upload your English certificate. Most times they will ask you to upload English certificate or a medium of instruction. So if you have a medium of instruction from your university or your school, you can put that here. You can put in your passport. Your passport, that's your data page of your passport, right? You also have to put that here, your motivational letter or your statement of purpose, and then your CV, right? So once you upload all of this next page becomes highlighted, and then you can submit your application basically. So that is basically the entire process of applying for admission in Austria. It's pretty straightforward, but you just need to understand every step, every process at every step of the way, right? So the main thing is for you to ensure that you authenticate, legalize your document. That's where the main problem is, right? If you are able to step out from that hurdle, it's pretty much straightforward. Just upload your documents and you're good to go, right? So the fifth stage, of course, which is to wait for feedback from the university if you pass the admission stage, or if they're going to not give you the admission, whichever, right? So it's basically straightforward. You don't need to pay an agent to do that for you. It's just, like I said, it's straightforward. So yeah, I hope this was very helpful. Please, if it was helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share this video as well. Also, I have a website, or will I say a co-pilot, that I designed, created for people who want to study abroad. So if you plan to study abroad and you want to do it yourself, this co-pilot website will help you show your blueprint on how to go about it, help you write your statement of purpose, also help you with your CV as well, right? So I will also drop the link of this website in the description box as well. Very straightforward, very easy, and yeah, it can be like your guide on how to navigate studying abroad, right? So it has majorly countries in Europe. So if your plan is to study in Europe, then this is definitely for you. Kindly check it out, as I'll be leaving the comment. I'll be leaving that in the description box as well, right? So hope this was a very insightful video. I tried as much as possible to be very fast because I don't want this video to be too long, right? But you can check out this co-pilot as well, and it can give you, an idea and a step-by-step process on how to go about it. Well, so until next time, thank you for watching this video, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Bye, guys.